welcome to this first assessment simulation. I wanted to make sure that you understood kind of what you were supposed to be doing and to stress the idea that the more honest you are with this, the better it actually will be for you in the long run. One, because it will be something you can actually use, and two, you can then truly reflect back on your experience with this module. So, underneath the first simulation, you're going to be creating a budget. Now under here, you are going to see this link, and this link is going to take you to a worksheet that is going to help you fill in your budget for you. You don't have to use this sheet. You can do something else. If you already have a budget system that you have started, you can try to use yours and fill it in better, or if you've already got one that you do, because this is something you feel you do well, please continue using your own. But I'm going to walk you through what this one does, and I would like you to at least play around with this, and maybe you'll like it better than the one you already use. So when you pull it up, it's very simple, very straightforward. There's just 2 pages of it. What I really like about this is that it is interactive. So you're going to use this. You put in whatever month you want, whatever year. So let's go ahead and say this month. Right. The year then is 2019. So when you get ready to start this, you're going to need to have all of your information and bills and things with you to be able to fill this in. So if you don't have them, you're going to want to gather them. Then you start filling this in. So paycheck, salary, after taxes, benefits, cash fees, things like that. So what your monthly income is. And the more detailed you are, instead of rounding up, the better it would be. For this right now, I'm just simply going to round up. Now once I click out of the box, you can see that the change happens here. Okay. Any other income or anything like that, let's say that maybe you sell Mary Kay or LuLaRoe or something else on the side, and you bring in another $300 a month. Right? So it tells you what your total income is. All right? And this is one reason why I really like this. For those of you who are like me and can't seem to work a calculator very well, this is going to be fantastic. All right, so this is where it really kicks in. You're going to go through and figure out your expenses for this month. Right? This is going to be anything. Obviously, your housing, your food, transportation, but then it's also going to look at some of the other things that are here. Okay, these other things that you would normally have to pay, and I want you to look at everything, anything and everything that you spend money on. Now, this is the one hindrance with this, is it doesn't necessarily let you change any of these that are in this system, and it doesn't let you add anything. So this down here, this other expenses this month is going to be huge. This is where you're going to put your Starbucks runs or your movie rentals or the late night popcorn runs or whatever else that you need to go and spend money on that's just incidentals. Okay, those things that just kind of pop up. So you're going to want to kind of start paying attention to those. If you don't have receipts, you can always go online to your bank if you used your debit card and you can see that. If you paid cash, you're going to have to try and kind of remember to go through and look at this. Okay, so back up to the top. Rent or mortgage, you need to put in whatever your rent is. The insurance monthly. Utilities, your electricity and gas. I'm just putting in some numbers right now. Internet, cable, and phones. Other housing expenses, I don't have to pay those because I rent. And you just kind of keep going and you keep filling out. Now the thing is with all of this, if you watch down here, it is adding it all up for you. And so you can go through and you can see a running total to see how much you spend. And each month, or each time you fill something in, it changes so that you can see whether or not your income is more or less than your expenses. Right? And as you continue to kind of go, you'll start to realize maybe, I am spending more than what I should. Okay, and that's kind of the idea. You can look down here and it does a running total for you already, that this is what you have left. And this is why I think this form is really, really cool. So as you continue to fill it out, it will continue to show you. And as you get, let me just put in some more so you can kind of see what will happen. Let's see here. Let's keep going. I don't know, just kind of fill in some information to be able to get up here. Okay, so I put in just some random numbers so you could see how this would change. And if you notice, my income is here, my expenses is here, and I am negative 300 according to what I just dropped into this chart. And so it can show you that each month you're actually paying more than what you're bringing in. Okay, and that's what we're kind of looking for, is to see from here, what can you do to save money? Right? If you want, you can print the form when you're done filling it out. You can save this simply by downloading it so that you can save it and then redo it. We're going to be doing it again at the end of the module so that you can fill in and see what you might have missed. Or if you have started, eliminating meals out for the month, what that did. Or maybe you stop taking the taxi and you use public transportation so your money goes down, or wherever it is that you can stop spending money, like you don't go out to the movies, you instead rent movies. Wherever it is that you can save money, that's where we're going to look next to see if you can't change so that you are either saving money or maybe even breaking even, especially if you're in the negative, or if you can bring in more income and have less expense. That's the goal, so that this number is larger than this number. If you have any questions when you're filling this out, please email me or let me know.